Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. If you're new here, my name is Hannah Olson. I love sharing about all things motherhood, homemaking, and homeschooling, which is the topic for today's video. Today I thought it would be fun to bring you along with me for our first day of school for the 2025-2026 school year. So a little background quickly before the kids come down for the morning. We have a girl going into second grade, a boy going into kindergarten, and a busy almost 2.5-year-old. So that's Sophie, Soren, and Svea. And we are so excited to start off another school year. It is the end of July right now, but we, for multiple reasons, would like to get a head start on this upcoming school year, and I thought it would be so fun to bring you along with us. So I am pregnant, actually, and I am due at the end of January, and that is probably the main reason why I want to get a good head start in this school year, for this school year. And also my husband is deployed, and I want to make sure that when he comes back we can take some time off of school and just spend time together as a family. I don't know if we want to go on a trip or something, or just hang out and have some days off of school too. So that's kind of what's been going on around here very briefly. Be sure to check out my recent life update video where I tell you about my pregnancy and this deployment. My arm is getting tired, so I will put the camera down in just a second here, but Sophie and Soren have a clock in their room. It's more of a night light that turns green at a certain time, so they'll be down soon. And we have some outside chores to do that I want to get done this morning before it gets too hot. We also have that berry oatmeal bake in the oven, which will take probably 30 to 40 minutes, but we're not a really early breakfast eater family, so that's just fine. We will get to that pretty soon. I also wanted to mention that this is a more minimal, very realistic look into our first day of school, into a simple homeschool day. I'm not pulling out all the stops. I'm not even doing a fancy treat for breakfast this year. We do want to do our first day of school photos, but that is about it, and that is totally fine. You don't need it fancy to just get started on your homeschool year, and I hope this video today encourages you in that fact, because I know that for me, I struggle with wanting everything 100% finalized, 100% ready, but it doesn't have to be that way. So we'll continue to tweak as we go, and I hear the kids coming down the stairs, so let's get started on the day. Good morning.
These are our chickens.
We have 3 hens, and we have 2 chicks we've been raising since late spring, early summer. Good morning, Shadow. She's one of our chicks. So who is this?
Pebbles, and I sometimes call her Pebby for a nickname.
She is a bantam, so she's a smaller hen. She
so
is
cute.
The sweetest, isn't she?
She never pecks you.
No, she's darling. We do have a chicken run that they go in pretty much every day. They don't run off though, so this is just kind of the morning time where we get them all ready. So here's our garden. I never showed you guys a garden tour. It's a jungle now. Not really unkempt, I guess, but it's just big. Yes, we love it. Soren is my garden helper, and he is awesome at looking for ripe tomatoes and stuff. So this is our chicken run. Sophie can show us how you put the chickens in. I love that it has a door. That's why I got this one for this summer. And yes, our chickens they're spoiled. They have all sorts of fun things. They've got their little seed block. We need to refresh their waters this morning. And they have a swing, a xylophone, which does not get used, and a little picnic table, which is fun for food.
It's called a picnic table.
Yeah, it's called a picnic table.
Yesterday, I think we found a yellow squash in our garden right here. Those
Yes,
are
we
the
did.
squash plants.
Yes, these are our,
I see any.
I don't know. Well, we do have one more yellow squash growing, don't we?
Where?
Should we peek at it? There it is down there. It's not quite ready, I think.
Yeah, that was his cousin, I think.
His cousin?
Yeah, his cousin.
So we've got yellow squash, zucchini, and cucumbers growing.
It is a baby one grown down. You see those flowers?
Oh yeah, that is a baby one down there.
You saw it?
Good spotting. So over here we've got our lettuce, we've got carrots, we've got some marigolds, just for fun, and pests, to keep pests away. It rained last night and it was super windy. We've got bell peppers here. We have 4 of those plants. We've got a lot of cherry tomato plants, probably more than we need. I think we have at least 8 cherry tomato plants, and they were all nicely organized in rows here, but of course it's just like a jungle now. That's why Soren helps me find red ones. And then over here we've got our snap peas, we've got green beans there, and this is all of our tomatoes still. So it is kind of a jungle, isn't it? Over here we've got basil, we've got a strawberry plant which has yet to produce a strawberry. Although I think, Soren, you saw a flower on it.
But I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got a couple plants that are like the beefsteak tomatoes, so a larger tomato, and just a couple containers over here. But most of all, we have these 2 very large, well, I think they're large, raised garden beds, which was kind of my Mother's Day gift this year and so much fun. I'm so glad we have these. Here, Pebbles. We've got their waters refreshed for the day. I love our yard this summer. I wanted it to be a fun yard to hang out in. We've got our giant trampoline here. We've got a swing, which I still need to pick up. It got knocked down last night in some heavy wind.
And that's a snap.
That's a snap pea. Soren's busy collecting those this morning. And then we've got our 2 chicken coops because our 2 new chicks don't get along well. It's not their fault with the hens. And then our big chicken run here, which is an awesome chicken run. I'm so glad I got this one. Oh, I love the sound of the crickets in the morning. Usually Svea is out here with us, but she is still asleep this morning and we wanted to get our chores done. She loves holding and playing with the chickens too. The only egg this morning was this one from Pebbles, but usually we have 3 eggs. I think it's because we went outside a little earlier than usual. But this is how we store our eggs here in the fridge. So this is our little pretend homestead here on our small yard in town. Here's what we found from yesterday. We've got a couple snap peas and green beans in there and our yellow squash. All right, our oatmeal bake is done. This is a favorite recipe. Look who's awake. Good morning, Svea. How are you?
Good.
You're good? We're gonna get dressed for our day, okay? So this is our morning basket for this year. I recently thrifted it and it's a nice big sturdy one. I think it'll hold everything we need. I wish I had a more structured schedule that I had all written out in binders or something, and I still plan and hope to do that. But for now, I had gathered together last night some of the things I wanted to cover this week for our morning time, and we're gonna just jump in with those things today. This chalkboard is new for us this year. I got it at the thrift store and I decided, at least for now, I want to put what we're doing for kind of general family subjects or morning time, stuff like that. So for morning time this week, at least we're doing a Salvation series from Abeka, poetry, we have a book that we're reading from, and we have this guide to grammar. And then for 5 in a row, we're reading this week the book All Those Secrets of the World. And our read aloud that we're starting the year off with is The Trumpet of the Swan. So I thought that would be kind of fun to have that over here in this corner by our art cart. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Okay, so
What does this, my copy will say?
Soren's copywork today says tiger, tiger, burning bright. So you're just copying tiger, tiger, burning bright. Oh, I forgot. Do you want to get colored pencils? Because you have a place to draw a picture of a tiger. And then Soren also does Explode the Code most days as part of his independent work. What would you like to do first? Your Explode the Code page here or that copy work?
Do I have to, can I do this?
If you want, that'd be bonus work. That'd be awesome. And one is correct.
Is this map?
That's a map. I bet you can figure out which one has a p sound. Okay, I'm gonna let you get started on that. Good job, buddy.
I'll go do copy work first.
Okay, Svea wants to sit with me, but usually she will be playing with her toys over there. This is just a new routine. At least it feels a little new for her. So Soren is hard at work here on his copy work and phonics work for independent work time, and I'm gonna go get started with Sophie. So back here we've got Sophie's bin with her curriculum and Soren's bin. I have our All About Reading binders and extra manipulatives and stuff over here. So it's pretty simple. I keep it pretty minimal down there. So we're gonna grab Sophie's work. Oh, she's gonna show us.
I have
Can you
this
see?
clock for my math.
Oh yeah, that's
I
a
like
clock. We've got the Rec and Rec, which is kind of like an abacus back there. Other manipulatives too.
This is a really good toy.
Yeah, it's a good tool.
Yeah, tool.
Thanks, honey.
Tiny bear.
Okay, so you can sit down. We're gonna get started with Sophie's work. Svea is hard at work over here on her puzzles, right, honey? She just put all of them together and now they're in a pile. And we're gonna continue with Sophie's All About Reading warm-up sheet, and we'll read a book tomorrow. I often divide the lessons up into 2 days or they get kind of long, and then we'll move on to math next for Sophie, but for now we'll get back to our reading work. Soren just needed a little help on one piece of his phonics work. So Soren finished his independent work, so he's just playing with our abacus. This is just an extra abacus. I don't really use it for math all that much right now. We use our Reckon Rack, but we got that at a garage sale, I think. So he's gonna play with that for a little bit. And Svea is hard at work with her little activities here. She just wanted to sit near me today. And for math, we use Christian Light. And so Sophie and Soren are working out of Christian Light for math. And then we do All About Reading for both of my older kids too. It's a very phonics based program. It is wonderful. So, so good. While Sophie's doing her independent work, I wanted to take a sec and show you my homeschool planner this year. I loved one by Treehouse Schoolhouse last year, and I thought I would do it again, but then Whitney from Brighter Day Press came out with a homeschool planner, and I just had to try it, and I really like it so far. Of course, this is day one, but I like the layout and stuff. So I'll try to show you one of the months. So there's a month view here. Then she has like a weekly look or whatever with goals and memory work and a meal plan and stuff like that. And then there is a weekly view or weekly look at it Monday through Friday. And I love the amount of space here, and then I can write like morning time, Sophie, Soren, our family subjects or 5 in a row, and then extracurriculars or something like that. And then here's the next week already. So it is a really nice little planner, and it's hardcover. Just really beautiful, actually. I wouldn't really call it a little planner. It's pretty big. But I will link this in the description box in case you're looking for a good homeschool planner. It's by Brighter Day Press. For Sophie's independent work, she's got Explode the Code and she's got Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright in the forests of the night. Okay, and there is room for you to draw a picture. And she's got her phonics work, Explode the Code too. Okay, now that we have Sophie kind of getting started on her independent work here, and Soren, I'm gonna wrap up his time with the fun of the abacus. We're gonna get Soren started on his, I'll let him pick math or reading lesson first, and then we'll switch and do the next one, the next subject next, and then we'll see how we're doing in terms of lunchtime or if we have time for 5 in a row. So next we're going to do Soren's math lesson. And we're going to turn to the lesson where we left off back in the late spring. Okay, Soren just finished his math lesson. I'm having him and the girls play in the living room for a little bit. They just need that break in the middle of school here. Actually, we're kind of towards the end of school. We've done our main subjects, we've done our morning time, and we still need to do our 5 in a row. So I'm just taking a second here to, as they run around, to update my planner a little bit, just tweak things that we got to, didn't totally finish. I'm trying to keep it simple for today, especially as we're easing into and transitioning into our new school year. I'm not going all out like I mentioned earlier today. So anyway, I'm updating my planner a little bit, then we'll jump into our 5 in a row story. Svea wants to do some school. Svea said, I do school? You want to do school?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do some counting. You want to do some counting? Here we go. Let's count how many bears are right here. You ready? Can you count them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5! You did it! Yay!
Extra.
Yeah, let's get more. Yeah, you can gather them. Okay, you ready to count this many bears? This is a lot of bears. Okay, should we spread them out? In a line? Okay, can you count?
This one.
Oh, you fell down. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, over here. Let's touch them. Ready? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You want to sing the ABCs? Okay, ready?
That don't dig my fingers.
Do you want to sing with me though? Y and Z.
Now I know my A-B. What's it?
Yeah. A, B, C. Next time, won't you sing with
Me.
me? Good job.
I do bear now.
Yeah, let's do more bears. Okay. How many bears is this? So this is 5 in a row. If you're not familiar with it, I believe I have a video about it. Otherwise, a quick overview. I chose volume 2 just because I like the books in it. You read a children's book, a new, different children's book every week, but you read it 5 days in a row, hence 5 in a row. And then they give you a menu of ideas that go along with that children's book that cover different subjects. So there's social studies, math, science, art, all sorts of things you can cover. And I love doing 5 in a row to cover family subjects for us. So this is the book that we will be reading this week, all week long. It's called All the Secrets of the World. It's about World War II. So we have a couple activities we'll do today with it, and then we'll move on to lunch because we get to revisit this book again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and so forth. So the way we usually consolidate or display our learning for these 5 in a row books is we make lap books just out of different color, kind of neutral color manila type folders. You could just use any plain manila folders and we just open it up and fold it this way. And then like Soren is doing right now, he's cutting out a picture I printed of the front cover of the book. So one of the activities that we're doing today is a family tree because that was suggested in the 5 in a row book, and there's a family discussed in the story. And when it's a big paper like this, we usually put it on the back side. So we're going to cut out, I found this for free on Teachers Pay Teachers, we'll cut out a couple words for the tree. guys, I ran up here quickly to Sophie and Soren's room because Bjorn just called, and that is my husband who is deployed right now, and he wanted to read Redwall, which is chapter books that the kids absolutely love reading with him. He likes to read a couple chapters out loud to them when he can, and so with him calling today, that is going to be our read aloud, and I thought I would pop up here to wrap up today's video. So as you saw, we concluded our 5 in a row lap books time. It's pretty brief usually because it builds upon itself every day of the week, like 5 days in a row. And sometimes I actually do lengthen it if I want to do even more activities to about 2 weeks long. But this week I think we'll just do 5 days in a row for that story. It's a really sweet story. And now moving on with our day, I'm heating up lunch downstairs right now, and we typically would do some read aloud, but like I said, Bjorn's going to read aloud from a chapter book over the speakerphone for the kids, which is always a wonderful part of our day. It's not every single day, but when it happens, it is so special. And after lunch, I'm going to move us over to quiet time. That's what we do every day. It is 2 hours of screen-free quiet time. For Svea, she takes a 2-hour nap in her room. Soren does quiet time in here. Sophie does quiet time in the master bedroom, and that allows me to get some work done or resting, which I did a lot during the first trimester. I would just nap, and then after quiet time, we will move forward with the rest of our day, which we have soccer planned for both Sophie and Soren today. I say planned because we're in like a heat advisory, so we don't know if that will get canceled. It'll be really hot today, but they are looking forward to soccer, so it's a busy Monday, but I'm so glad you came along with us. I hope it was fun or useful or encouraging somehow for you to come along with us for our first day of school for this school year. I think it will be a really good year, and of course we have to iron out some things, and we'll get more and more into our structure and routine so that everything is expected for the kids and they can know, I guess, what to expect next. And rhythms and routines always benefit not only mama, but the kids especially. So we'll get into that more and more as time goes on. And I do want to figure out a better morning time plan, like a more structured one that I can refer to, something I can print out or have a little binder of or something like that, like a loop schedule too. And that Better Together book that I read by Pam Barnhill was super helpful in this area. So I do want to tweak some things, like I said. But anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for coming along with us for at least half of our day today. If you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear some of your homeschool plans, like how old your kids are, what grades they're going into, or what curriculum you're especially excited to use this coming school year. Be sure to subscribe to my channel here if you haven't already. I would love it if you would stick around. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.